girl Wendy and welcome back to my channel. Yay! I hope you guys are having an amazing week. I hope you're having an amazing day, and I hope after watching my video you're going to have a much better day. So for today's video, I'm going to be talking about the first secondary school that I went to here in Malaysia. So as usual, I wrote everything in my notebook so that I won't forget anything that I want to talk about. So if you guys watched my how I came to Malaysia video, I put that in the description box so you guys can check it out. I said that I have been in Malaysia for 13 years since I was 12 years old, and within those and within those 13 years I went to two different high school, or you can say secondary school. I went to two different high schools, and I'm going to be talking about the very first one that I went to. And this video is going to be the part one, since I'm going to be talking about my first high school year, and then I'm going to make a part two video where I'll talk about my second high school. So yeah, let's get started. Guys, brace yourself because this video is going to be long, but I hope you guys watch it to the end because there are just some juicy things, there are fun things that I will be talking about. So please stay to the very end, and I'm sorry that it's long, but it will all be worth it. It's not, I'm just telling you some long boring story. There are different kinds of things, so you guys stay tuned and watch till the end. Thank you. So the name of my very first high school here in Malaysia was Sri Utama International and National School. So I will get to why it's called both international and national very soon. But first thing I'm going to be talking about is the uniform. Here in Malaysia, the government schools, like most students you see here in Malaysia, they go to government schools, and the uniform you would see, the most popular uniform is white and blue for the girls and white and green for the boys. So whenever I tell people, oh, I've been here for 13 years, I came here when I was 12, and they ask, oh, you went to high school here? So yeah, and they'll say, oh, did you go to the same school that wears the white and blue uniform? No, that is not the school that I went to. That is a government school, and they speak Malay there, so I didn't go to those schools, unfortunately. But I went to an international school. So the first thing I will be talking about is the uniform. My school, we had different, I think the good thing about Malaysia when it comes to uniforms in school is that we get two types of uniforms. For the girls, you know, guys, their clothes for them is very simple. You just wear pants, shirts, and tie. Finish. But for girls, we had two uniforms. We had the baju kurung, which is the national traditional attire for Malaysians, the women. So we had the baju kurung, which is mostly worn by the Muslims. It's comfortable for them to wear. Baju kurung, oh, I wish I had pictures, but I have packed most of my pictures in my luggage that I'm going to be shipping, and my mom already took the rest back to Nigeria with her when she was going, so I can't really show you pictures. But baju kurung is basically a very long top that is like way past the nail, and a very long skirt all the way to the ankle. So that is baju kurung, and it's actually really pretty, so I loved wearing it. And the second one we had is more of the western, I would say. It's a skirt with shirts, a jacket, kind of like a half jacket kind of, and a tie. The color was gray The skirt was gray, the jacket was gray, the shirt was like stripes of gray and white. It's like white shirt with like stripes of gray and it's like in boxes. I would say it was checkered shirt, but I don't think it was. Anyway, it was just in boxes with lines of gray, and the color of the tie was wine. I will tell you why the color of the tie. The tie actually had a meaning to it as well. So I will tell you guys about that very soon. So that was how our uniform looked like. And I think one thing about the uniform that I had an issue with was the badge. I would lose my badge a lot because the badge, you had to iron it on the uniform. So if you don't iron your badge very well, it will fall off and get lost and you have to buy a new one. So we had like lots of badges at home that would iron to our clothes just in case I lost it. So that is basically the uniform. And I love the uniform. There was one time where I wore the bajukun for a whole semester because I had 2 bajukun and I had two western one. So I would wear only the bajukun. But then something happened. I think I didn't wash both my bajukun, so I had to wear my western one, and then I became obsessed with that as well. And then at some point I started switching. It was just fun having 2 different uniforms to wear to school anytime and every time you want. So that is it for the uniform. The second thing I'll be talking about is the school concept. I said the name of my school then was Sri Utama International and National Schools. The international was obviously for the international students, and the national was for the local Malaysian students. So for international they called us UIS, and for national they called them SSU. I think UIS was international Utama International Schools, but sorry, I've forgotten what SSU meant because obviously I didn't go to SSU. So number one thing that was different to differentiate between the UIS and SSU was the tie, the color of our ties. For international students, which is UIS, we wore like a wine colored tie. That was the color of our tie. And for the national students, the color of their tie was gray. So when you see a student wearing a gray tie, you will know, oh, okay, that's for national students. And when you see a student wearing a wine colored tie, you will know that's the international student. So when obviously you're wearing bajukuru, no one can say the difference because the old bajukuru is the same color. But when you're wearing the western styled attire, the tie, and for the boys also the tie shows the difference between us. And another thing to differentiate us was another difference out there was, anyways, we the international students, we were downstairs, while the national students, they were upstairs. So we were on different levels. And another difference between us was we international students, we used the British curriculum, while the national students, they were using the Malaysian curriculum. So we had different semesters as well. While we are like, maybe we are in second semester of Form 1 or Form 2, they are just in first semester, which kind of affected the graduation time, because obviously I didn't graduate in the school because I only stayed there for 3 years. But when I went there to visit and I saw like few of my previous classmates, I was like, oh, have you guys done your graduation? Because I had done mine. And they were like, oh no, we haven't, we still have to wait for the SSU to do their exams before we can all graduate together. So they had to like wait extra few months for the SSUs, and I was just like, oh, okay, ma'am, I've done the graduation already. Excuse me. So anyways, that was the difference between us, and it was fun. The only thing about it was hard to communicate with some of them because they didn't speak English. Most of them didn't speak English. So, and obviously I could not speak Malay. So it was hard to communicate with some of them, but some of them were very good in English. So the ones that were good in English, it was fun communicating with them. So that's the concept for the school. That's why it's called national school. Now, the third thing I'm going to be talking about is our sports day, the annual sports day. Oh my gosh, guys, when it's sports day, the one thing that I look forward to the most is the sports attire. Every year we get a new sports attire. So before I left Rutama, I had 3 different sports attire because I was there for 3 years, and every single year we get one new sports attire. And the thing we look forward to in the sports attire was the design. Obviously the whole shirt is white, but it's always had like colorful design at the I think it was always on this side. It was always on this side. Fortunately, I don't have any of my uniforms anymore. So I can't show you, and I have pictures. Don't worry, when I get to Nigeria, I'm going to do a video where I'll show you all my pictures back in high school. But the sports attire would always have like a design on the left side of the chest here, and the color of the collar would be the color of the house. So then I was in blue house, so my collar would always be blue, and the pants was just black, very long pants. And so we always just look forward to the design because we get different kinds of designs every year. I don't know who designed all those stuff, but we get different designs every year. So we get new sports attires every year, which was so much fun. We always just looked forward to, like, what would this design this year look like? Some designs obviously were like, what is this now? But then some designs were like, oh my gosh, it's so pretty. But then some designs just like, why didn't they just stick to last year? Why did they have to change it? But some designs, like the very last design we had before I left, I actually loved it. It was nice. It was very creative. So that is one thing we always look forward to during sports day. And the activities I was mostly involved in was running. Running was the only sports that I was good at in high school. Now, if you ask me to walk 100 meters, they're just punishing me. But then in high school, running, I would run 100 meters and I would run 200 meters. Long distance, do not even call my name because I will not answer you. I just look at it like, you want me to come and do 100 meters? Are you joking? Are you wanting me to come and do 400 meters? Are you joking? You want to kill me? But 100 and 200, just call me. I had lots and lots of medals. I had gold, I had silver, I had bronze, mostly gold. But whenever I get too tired, when I run and I get tired, I end up with silver or bronze, but it was mostly gold. Unfortunately, I have thrown away all my medals because they were just in the house for years, rusting away. No point in keeping them. So it's like, bro, it's time to join you guys. It's not as if I'll carry every you. I'll put you in my bag and be going to Nigeria again. And the Nigeria I'm even going, only God knows how long I'll stay there. I'll not be carrying you again to where else I'm going. No. So unfortunately, I threw away all the medals. So that was the only. I don't get another activity I was mostly also involved in was the gymrama. Gymrama was dancing and a little bit of gymnastics with a little bit of cheerleading in it. So Jimrama was fun. I had fun for Jimrama. We would rehearse every day after school, or maybe sometimes during school time. The thing is, when you get involved in activities, when it's time for those activities, when you're around the moment for the activities, you get to skip school sometimes. I mean, you get to skip classes, not school. We do come to school. You get to skip class because I remember whenever I was involved in some events and we had to rehearse, we just didn't have to go to classes. And the ones that are not involved, obviously, they had to go to classes. So we had Jimrama. I would join Jimrama. So those were basically the only sports that I was involved in. And also, I remember we had to have like concepts for our marching when we march, when we like doing, because everyone in the house, like in red house, green house, all the color houses, they had to be involved in the marching, everyone, so that everyone in school would be, involved in the sports day. The ones that don't actually do the sports, they will have something to be involved in. So everyone were forced to do the marching. So basically for the marching, we always had to come up with concepts. We would design like really, really beautiful house flags, look for something to add to our sports attire to make it unique. And then normally when we are marching, when we get to the front of the judges, we had to do something. Maybe we can like march and then turn our line into if we're in blue house, just make a B or just do something. I remember for one, I think the last sport day I was there, I remember that one because it was pretty nice. The concept we did was we had 4 members from the marching team. One wore green house uniform, one wore yellow house uniform, one wore red house uniform, and then one wore the blue house uniform. They were all from blue house, but they were wearing other houses uniform for these concepts. And then I remember them having like a slow motion race, running, and in between the running there was punching and shoving and pushing and all sorts of things towards the race. And at the end of the day, blue house won the race. And it's like, yay! It was so cool. It was like slow motion. All of us like, wow! And the funny thing is, we didn't even know that was going to happen. I think it was something secret between the house master and so we're like, wow, that was nice. And so that was what we did. We were not dissing any houses. No, we weren't. We were just being creative. That's all. It's a competition, people. Sports day is always a competition. That is when friends will start telling you, my house is better. No, my house is better. That is when you start having to have a race against your friends, and your friends will be like, oh, seriously, do I have to run with you again this time? Well, it's not as if I have a choice. They already put my name there. The funny thing is, they don't even ask me that, when do you want to run? I just go and check and I see 100 meters, when do you have Babala? 200 meters, when do you have Babala? 4 by 100 meters, when do you have Babala? The first time I got to this school, the housemaster automatically thought, yeah, I'm African, so yes, I can run. So my name, without asking, thank God, I actually knew how to run. And I was even surprised that I got first place. I was like, what? So I can run. This is incredible. So anyways, let's not start talking. I'm making it too long. That was it for my sports day. So the next thing I will be talking about is the annual school musical. So every year we had school musicals in my school, and it was nice. It was really, really nice. Then everyone in school had to be involved in the musical, and that was how I found out that I was a very horrible actress. I auditioned for to act in every single musical, and I just always fail the audition. It just doesn't work out, so I had to give up on acting. I found out that I was at least good at dancing and only singing. Well, my acting skills were they were not lit. No, they weren't. So every year we would have an annual school musical, and the interesting thing was every class were allocated different cultural dance to do from different countries. Like when I was there for Form 1, we did Indian dance. When I was in Form 1, we did Indian dance. When I was in Form 2, we did Persian dance, which is Iranian dance. And when I was in Form 3, we did Egyptian dance. And the good thing is, when all the student dances, they get like gifts. Like they choose the first place, second place, the third place, and we get gifts. When we Form 1, the Indian dance, our class got third place, so we got a prize, which was a money. I think the first place got 1,000, second place got 500, and the third place we got 300. But they did not count the money on our hand. What they did was they took all of us out for, I don't know if I should say lunch, brunch, dinner, I don't know what. But after school one day, both first, second, third, we all went to this nice restaurant and we all ate there, and it was nice. We all sat down, communicate, had fun, ate good food. So that was what we did. And then when we were in second Form 2 and we did Persian dance, we got first place. But unfortunately, they did not give us money this time around. We were hoping they would give us money because for the attire, normally the school would make our attires, but they would tell us we should design what we wanted. We should draw and design like the outfit we wanted, and the school would get a tailor to like measure us and make the clothes. But we wanted a little oof to our attire, so we all got like belly dancing belts because we did belly dancing, and we all paid for it. I think it was about 100 and something. So we all thought once they give us the 1,000 back, we'll divide it and collect our money back. But they did not give us money. We got this huge hamper, which was maddening because we wanted money in a hamper, but it's okay, it's fine. I still have my belly dance belt. So that was it. And also when I got from 3, we did Egyptian dance, which was like the worst. We did not even know what Egyptian dance was like. Even the Egyptian in our class, he did not know anything. He was basically telling us we should do this, like, what exactly is this? So we went online, did different research. Everything just ends up in belly dancing. And for Iranian dance the year before that, we already did belly dancing. So for Egyptian dance again, we should not come and do belly dancing. And unfortunately, we could not find anything else. So we did the belly dancing again, and we failed woefully. People were like, oh, you guys are repeating what you did last year because you won last year. We're like, no, we're not. It's not that we want to repeat it. We just don't know what Egyptian dance is. And with every research we did, it ended up in the same belly dancing we once did. So we all just redid the belly dancing. Of course, we created new dance, and we used the belt. So yeah, that was it. There's nothing we could do about it. So anyway, those were the musical. I have forgotten the different stories about it. I think the last musical story was about some people traveling around the world looking for a treasure, and then in every country they go to, there's always a dance. Anyway, we always did different kinds of dance. We had Indian dance, we had Chinese dance, we had Korean dance, we had Japanese, we had Persian, we had Mexican, we had Spanish dance. There was just so, and there was hip hop. There were different dances. I don't remember. I was having an African dance. I don't remember. Maybe some other classes did that, but I don't remember. But there were different dances. Anyways, that was it for the school musicals. So the other thing we had was we usually have different kinds of cool events. We always had Christmas events, we always had Valentine's Day events, we had Chinese New Year events, we had Deeper Valley events, we had Hari Raya. We always just had different kinds of school events that all the students could be involved in. There will be performance by the students, by the teachers. It was always nice and it was always fun. Usually we always had like towards the end of the semester, and I think what was fun was that during the if after the events, obviously no classes, we were just having fun and playing, and would end up in doing water fights. Everyone will go and buy water, just not but to drink it though, for the sake of doing water fights. Or if you have water bottle, you go and carry your water bottle, will be pouring water. The whole school will be wet. The ones that want to pour it on their teacher will pour it on their teachers. The ones that want to pour it on their seniors will pour it on their seniors. People that have always liked someone will go and meet, like a girl that likes a guy will go and meet the guy, because you just never go wrong with water fights. Just we're pouring it on each other, and it was fun. We always had fun water fights. Anyways, those were the events, and I think I was involved in quite a few different kinds of things as well. I was involved in the cheerleading, even though I never went for the cheerleading competition. Rather than going for the competition, I went for the musical where we did the Iranian dance impromptu. I joined all the training, all the rehearsals. I did everything. I just did not go for the dance competition, and I got a certificate for it, which I think I deserved. People were, she didn't even go for the competition. Why is she getting the certificate? But yo, I did all the training, all the art training for cheerleading team. I joined and did that. I went for all the rehearsals. I know the dance routine. I just didn't go for it because there was no assurance that I would be part of the team that will compete. They were contemplating on putting me as backup, and I was like, there's an assurance that I won't dance because all of them would not go and break leg for me to come and back up for them. So I just like, it's okay, I won't go for the competition. I will go for my Iranian dance instead, where I would actually be in the dance, and we won, so it was nice. So I was involved in cheerleading. I was involved in dance competitions, more anything that had to do with dance. I was in it. I remember we had like this high school musical dance competition, which I got certificate for. So it was awesome. And funny thing was, when they were sharing the certificate, I had already left the school. So when I went to visit, my teacher, as of when I was in Form 3, called me and was like, oh, we have your dance certificate, your high school musical dance certificate. Like, oh, okay, so I got it. And the thing is, when you're in high school and you have the chance to get all these certificates, get them. Because when I got to university, they actually asked me like, what was I involved in? Do I have certificates? And I was like, yeah, I was mostly involved in a bunch of dance competitions, and I was involved in sports, and I showed them my certificate. So it's good to be involved in activities here when you are in high school. Any chance of good activities that you know that you'll be good at, join them. It's fun, it's good experience, and just join, okay? Join, it's always fun. And then the next thing I'd love to talk about is the school trips. The very first school trip I had at Suritama was a trip to Hong Kong, which was a very interesting trip, guys. Something epic happened at the Hong Kong trip. If you guys want me to do a story time about it, please put a comment, tell me in the comment box, and I will do a story time about something epic, something that changed the history of trips in my school. Like, because of that incident, when we went to the next trip, the school was like, No students are allowed to leave their hotel room. We are not allowed to explore, because when we freaking went to a different country, Hong Kong, we were allowed to, after we come back from like this, what the school has planned for us, we're allowed to like just go out at night. I remember we would go to McDonald's and 2 a.m. looking for McDonald's. So the Hong Kong trip was so much fun, but something happened. And I'll give you a tip who this is involved. This involved my sister Debbie. I'm sure you guys have seen some of my videos. Guys can check out my videos, you will see her. It involves Debbie. So if you guys want this juicy story, let me know in the comment box and I'll do a story time party. It was epic. So I went to Hong Kong, and that was my first time going to Disneyland, which was fun. And God knows that I am planning on still going to that Disneyland one of these days, because I'm pretty sure things have changed. There are new Disney characters, new Disney stories. So I really want to go to Disneyland again, and it was so much fun. I loved it at Disneyland. So, and we went to a whole bunch of other things. That was my first time also trying cable car, which was a grand experience, a grand one. Yeah, that was. And our next trip was to Ipoh. Thing is, when we're going to Hong Kong, there were not much people. I think we're like about 10 students, a parent, or maybe like 2 parents, or 3 or 4. But parents came, and then few teachers. We were not that many. But when we're going to Ipoh, maybe because Ipoh is in Malaysia, we had 2 ginormous buses carrying students and teachers going. That was just like, obviously they will not let us have freedom to go outside. But the good thing about the trip was on our way to Ipoh, even on our way coming back to KL, we were dropping off in different places. Like we went to this farm, we went to this cave, we went to this well, people call it haunted, but I don't really see the haunted. But we went to this place called Kelly Castle. It was we just were stopping off along the way, and we're visiting different places, which was so much fun. I got to go to all these really cool places because of the trip. So that was all the school trips I had in Sri Lanka. We were supposed to go to Australia once, but everybody started dropping out from the list, and that was how they cancelled the Australia. Sorry, I'm still coughing a little. That was how they cancelled the Australian trip. So that was all the trips I had. Anyways, that is basically everything that I have to say for Sri Lanka, and I am so sorry that this video is so long. I'm sorry, but I had so many juicy things to say. Actually, there's still more like that, like school dramas. So if you guys want to know about my high school drama, please put it in the comment box, and I will be having story times there. The dramas that I was involved in, and the ones that I was on the sideline, you know. I was just in the corner watching. I was like, ah. So this kind of things that are going on around me. So if you guys want to know about my high school drama, please put it in the comment box, and I will be telling you all the juicy stories. Anyways, that is pretty much it for my high school first real timer. I will make a second video, a part 2 video, telling you guys about the second high school that I went to here in Malaysia. A very fun one as well. So if you guys got to the end of this video, you guys are amazing, because I know this video is long. So you guys are amazing. You're the best. I love you, and thank you so much. With all my heart, I am grateful. And please remember to like, subscribe, and put something in the comment box. Thank you guys so much, and remember to press the notification bell so that you get notified every single time that I post a new video. I love you guys so much. If you have any question about anything you want to know, please put it in the comment, and I will definitely answer all your questions. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I love you, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.